Football League presented. And we are underway in Buffalo. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And you'd think as a young QB there'd be some nerves leading an offense out to start a game, but haven't seen any sign of them right now. And speaking with him earlier this week, sensed that the pressure wouldn't get to him. He feels comfortable being the face of this offense and shouldering the expectations on game day, even if he doesn't quite have the years of experience other quarterbacks do.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Stewart sets to throw. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's the first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
The Seahawks send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
I think the hope was to let him sit and learn for a bit, but he was thrown right into the fire in week 1. Now we'll see what kind of lessons he's learned as he prepares for his second start in the NFL.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 122 yardage-wise, and a score as well.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
And he stopped immediately there. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hurley. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. He's got him in. Complete. A big play here for Buffalo. 49 yards.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Back to throw. Hurley. Being chased out left. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Hurley. And he will find his man on the outside. And now the field goal team on for Buffalo. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Over the middle, it's complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Stewart to throw it. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hurley over the middle, complete. That's Lopez.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Back to throw. Hurley. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. The Bills send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They will throw on 1st down with Stewart. And he's got his man on the out route. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Play action. Stewart. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Now Stewart, 2nd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
That catch, number 750 of his NFL career, and it puts him even with not just one but two Hall of Famers, Michael Irvin and Charlie Joyner. So some pretty good company at 7-5-0.
Hey, you're talking about the playmaker, Michael Irvin, and the guy who just made plays, Charlie Joyner. And that's what we're seeing here. Similar style in terms of being dependable, being open, and turning it into plays that you remember.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
There are two words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Stewart. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the third drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. On first down, Stewart. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. These two teams all tied after one. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Throwing now, Stewart. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stewart. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. He's going to air one out. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stewart. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. On 1st down, Hurley. He's got quick.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The Bills at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year. I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Throwing on 1st down. Hurley. Binds, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Well, they're in
in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Hurley. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stewart. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Stewart. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Roughing the passer, defense.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stewart. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pass incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Stewart eluding the... And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Back to throw. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. snap.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Point after here coming up. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. This offense on third down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Stewart.
And this one too low.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Stewart. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the save. And that'll bring up 3rd. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys do in the offseason to work on those, paying dividends for him. He's getting home in a big way.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Number 87, a 6-yard pickup, brings up 2nd and 4 at the 9-yard line.
To throw on 2nd down, Hurley. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Hurley. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay, and early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things, that's what people are looking for.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's got his man quick. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another 1st down.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And that one tied 14 apiece in the 2nd quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a 2nd game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Mike Gillislee, a touchdown there. Lastly, we head to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. Check on the Patriots. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. The Patriots get off to a hot start as they make it 2 straight with the home victory. Continuing on, here's a look at the next-gen stats in that 1st half, and they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the 2nd half. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they too did throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the 2nd half.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So here are the Bills to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against the Baltimore Ravens, and they have the lead here as well. Throwing to start the drive. Hurley. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Hurley. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
The lessons will continue. This rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 30.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the 3rd quarter. Another big play right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Hurley.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. Hurley.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. And his kick is indeed good. And the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone. They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
And the next-gen stats tell the story as he was traveling at better than 19 miles an hour.
2nd down, here's Stewart. Going right side here, and that's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But a short yardage trying to pick up 1st downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Two 1st downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Stewart. That'll be caught right side by Reed.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Stewart. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but the read incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Stewart. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Gets past one man, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They moved it a combined 33 yards.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have cut it back within a score. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
The point after is good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hurley. Wide open receiver, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Hurley got his man complete over the middle. That's Lopez. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, Definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Hurley. And that is incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that extends their advantage to 6. It's 16-10.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
Yeah, we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
Throw left side complete. That's Lopez.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Hands it off out of the gun.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he fires one, but incomplete. Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. The Seahawks send out their punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
The Bills going to take over again on offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hurley. And he will find his man on the outside. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hurley.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got his man out of the slot. Complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating defensively. You're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
These guys are running offense like you drive. Their pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
All start. Offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Hurley completes it to Quick. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. To throw on 2nd down. Hurley over the middle, complete. It's Lopez.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and
from the gun on third down. Hurley, and he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to throw. Hurley.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Back to throw. Hurley got his man complete over the middle. It's Lopez. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal. Looking to throw. Hurley, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6.
A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on third down pretty much made their mind up for him.
You're exactly right about that. And this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
And out now come the Seahawks.
And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Now Stewart on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Robertson. And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20. Stewart now to throw on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now they'll run on the draw. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 1 crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Stewart. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
He sets to fire deep.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Stewart.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
They'll try and throw it with Stewart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't. Because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Bills, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.